Ruth Gantman, founder of Nurtured by Nature. Welcome to Business Profiles. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. Happy to be here.
It's my pleasure. Now, Nurtured by Nature is an holistic health coaching service. My first question is, for our viewers, define holistic for us.
That's a really good way to start, because holistic has to do with your whole being, your whole body, and we want to, when we're dealing with your health, deal with everything. Your mind, body, spirit, things that are going on, not just in one part of your body, but maybe in another that may be affecting your digestion, your breathing, your perception, and so on. So holistic means all of you.
I wasn't sure exactly what it meant, but it sounds healthy.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your vision as the founder of Nurtured by Nature. Tell us a little bit about your mission.
Nurtured by Nature is a holistic health counseling service that's set up to work with you one-on-one. And what I specifically do is tailor a program. I sculpt who you are nutritionally. So when we do our first consultation, which is a free consultation, we set up who you are. What do you need in terms of your supplements? What's going on in your body? What's going on in your DNA? What do you have in your past? What do you have in your future? How can we prevent something from happening? And then basically focus on your wellness projection. How do we get you well from this point on, so that we offer a well span for your lifespan?
And your job is basically to guide them towards a healthier lifestyle.
Yes, my job is to guide them toward a healthier lifestyle by listening to how they are actually living. So everybody knows to eat more fruits and vegetables. The truth of the matter is that we are emotional beings. So if we are going to feel satisfied, we need to know what makes us feel satisfied, and we need to know what's nutritional as well. So you actually want to activate your leptin hormone to make you feel as if it's worked, you're satisfied, and you can stop. Otherwise, you'll keep going. And processed eating can be a problem, because if you say to yourself, I can have that. In Weight Watchers, you can have popcorn. But no one has a handful of popcorn or the cup of popcorn. People have
a tub.
A time with popcorn, 5 minutes with popcorn, or 10 minutes with popcorn, or a movie with popcorn. And when you eat with time, you're really going to eat a lot of food. So it's about focus. When you eat, you have to focus.
Right. Now, you've made a career out of being a health coach.
Yes.
How would you define health coach?
A health coach is someone who offers you tools through understanding and knowledge, support, which is getting you from one point to another by your identifying your goals, and accountability so that you can actually achieve those goals. And we do it in this way. When we first are together, we set up what your goals actually are. And then we do the first 3 months and then the second 3 months. And then when we get to the first 3-month mark, I assess where you are. You get a written report as if you were in school. And you assess yourself as well. And then we progress and learn from who you are where we go next to achieve the rest of the goals.
Why does a person, or why would I need a health coach? Why can't I do it on my own?
I like that. That's good. Because you look very healthy, and my specialty is wellness and anti-aging. So what I would do with you in particular is I would work with you on an anti-aging program, and that's from the inside out. How do we build your cells so that you have the antioxidants that you need to fight the free radicals that are constantly attacking you? And Mickey, what are you doing to yourself that's causing aging?
Yeah, how many years have you been doing health coaching?
I've been in the wellness industry for 7 years. I was diagnosed 7 years ago. I had a difficult menopause. And so I went to my doctor, and my doctor gave me medication, and I did not respond well to that medication, to your point. And my uterus swelled to about 7 months pregnancy, which means for a little girl like me, I looked like either I was malnourished or pregnant. Neither of which was true, and really odd for my age. So when I went to him and he said, okay, well, I think what we should do is take your uterus,
Oh, my goodness.
I thought, head for the hills.
Yeah.
And I just
yeah.
wanted to get out of there. And then I started to look for the holistic path. And when I found the holistic path, I found bioidentical hormones. And by the way, I am a specialist on menopause for women who are going through that. I'm a perfect person because I've been through
You lived it.
I've lived it.
Yeah.
And I know what the alternatives are.
Yep.
And at the time, I set up a website called Menopause Symptoms and Solutions. And I associated with holistic doctors and authors who were groundbreaking in the material that they were finding, and then I offered it to my audience.
Wow. Well, I was going to ask you what inspired you to become a health coach. Obviously, this was one of the reasons. Were there others?
Yeah. You know, I don't know about you, but I'm old enough to be sitting in this chair and have lost 4 of my best friends. 1 to pancreatic cancer, 1 to alcoholism, 1 to gluttony, and 1 to leukemia. So when you have that very close to you and it's your core group, you
Yeah.
really start to think very seriously about your health and keeping things on the right path moment to moment, because you may not have another chance. It's all about doing the right thing for yourself for the day, you know, setting yourself
Yeah,
up correctly for the
yeah.
day. How many times a day do you drink water? How many times a
Right.
day are you walking or moving, getting away from your computer? Are you working out? Are you eating healthy? Like that.
Now, millions of baby boomers, they want to know, how can I protect myself from aging badly? Because they're all concerned about it.
Yes, and you can protect yourself
Can
from
ya?
aging. Yes, you can. First of all, through nutrition. Some of the things you want to avoid. You want to avoid food that's been on the shelf for 3 or more months. You know that cannot be good for you. It's filled with all kinds of preservatives. So if you have to read the box in order to decide whether or not you want to buy it, put it back.
Like a Twinkie.
Yeah, exactly. It's a short shelf life. So things that have a long shelf life are dangerous, so you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Fried foods are another thing you want to
Yeah,
avoid.
and fast foods.
All of that, all those fast food, fatty foods, things that have chemicals in them. Your body doesn't know what to do with it. And when it doesn't know what to do with it, there are some things that it does. It'll add it as fat.
Yeah,
It'll just make you
yeah.
fat because it says, oh my God, what is it? We may need this later. I don't know what it is, but let's save it.
Yeah.
Or it can really start to
That's-
destroy tissue.
But why do most diets fail?
If you go
Just
on,
appears that way
No,
to
no.
me.
What happens is you don't maintain the success.
That's the problem.
It's a yo-yo effect.
Yeah.
You can succeed. I mean, all these diets are popular because you can, in fact, lose weight. If you stop eating, you're going to lose weight.
Right.
Or if you stop eating bad things or things that are inappropriate, or get on the right path, you're
Yeah.
going to lose weight. But what
Right.
happens is when you go off that diet, then you say, where is that pepperoni pizza that I haven't had for 6 months? I want that. Where are those French fries? Get me a Nathan's. You want all those things that you've said you can't have, and then you
Yeah.
start to put it back on. And the process, my process works because this is about behavior modification. It puts you in charge. You're focused. You realize what you're doing. So you can say, I either want that or I don't, but you're
Yeah.
mindful. And when you're mindful and you're in charge, you won't put the weight back on.
I'm confused, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers are as well, but explain to us what the good fats are and the bad fats for cholesterol, because I still don't know.
Okay, so let's talk about cholesterol first.
Yeah.
So your cell needs cholesterol in order to make it to regenerate. So it needs that oil, that fatty
Yeah.
base,
Yeah.
to make a nice, healthy cell. So cholesterol's not a dirty word. It's not a bad thing. It's a
Yeah.
good thing. So there's good cholesterol and there's bad cholesterol. So the good cholesterol is HDLs. So when your doctor says, oh, you've got a high HDL, you
Yeah.
say, that's okay. I'm okay with that. If he says you have a high LDL, that's not okay. Lousy,
Bad.
bad. So H means it's high density, it's a fat or molecule, and L means it's low density. And low density means that they are small and latch on to each other and cause a problem. Okay,
Right.
so the good fats are avocado, olive oil, nuts, seeds, cheese. Has some good fat in it, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying eat a lot of cheese, but you know.
But you should know what the good and the bad are within your diet, I would think.
Right, and bad fats are the trans fats, oils, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Processed foods.
Back to the Twinkies.
Yeah, those Twinkies, like that.
Now, I've heard the term used many times, and maybe you can help us define what they are. And the term is superfoods.
Right.
Exactly what are they and how do they work?
Okay, you know, it's a fun thing to call a food a superfood. All really healthy food is going to be a superfood for you. So what you want in terms of a superfood is a food that's going to provide you with antioxidants.
I've heard that a lot.
And the antioxidants are the ones that give you that plump cell.
Yep.
So what are they? Vitamin A, vitamin E, beta-carotene, selenium. So you want those vegetables that give you all of those vitamins, and it's blueberries, spinach, papaya.
Eat the spinach.
Eat your spinach. Kale's wonderful.
Yeah.
All those leafy greens are going to be terrific. I mean, we can make them exotic and have you
Sure.
look for something like acai berries, but that's not accessible to you, but
And
blueberry
now,
is.
What is the best time of the day to eat a big meal?
Midday.
Is it?
Midday is the best time of the day.
Not at 7 at night
No.
when you get home from work.
No. Well, think about it. What do you do at
You
7?
sit on the couch, watch TV.
Likely the only thing you do is with your thumb pressing the remote. So you want to set yourself up so that when you've eaten your biggest meal, you're giving your body its greatest challenge. So are you going to then go take a meeting that's stressful, have a big one, and eat something nutritious? Are you going to go work out and ride your bike for 3 miles? That would be great, because then you're burning off the calories.
The calories, right. Realistically, why is it important to eat organic foods when you're on a diet?
Okay, so it's important to eat organic because it's going to render the fruit or the vegetable in its most pure state. So it's not going to have
all the things we talked
pesticides
about.
And
preservatives.
Also, it's genuinely going to taste better. You know, do your own taste test.
Sure.
Have a box of strawberries that are organic
Right.
and a box of strawberries that are not, and see for yourself which one tastes better.
And just for our viewers, define organic.
Organic is a process by which it's grown where they don't use pesticides.
Simple as that. Very good. And where would you find organic foods being sold?
You know, they're being sold more and more readily in your local supermarkets. I mean, I could say go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, but you really don't have to. In Hoboken, where I live, I go around the corner to King's, and I just look for whatever they have that's organic, and I buy that. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be anything that you wouldn't ordinarily do. It's just a refocusing of how you live.
Sure. Now you deal with all kinds of people. What is your, as a health coach, your basic philosophy on dealing with your clients?
My basic philosophy is that it's a one-on-one support, tools, accountability program that is about changing your behavior. My philosophy is that we are biodiverse. We're completely different.
True.
So understanding who you are and what you need is my first call to action. I have to really hear you. So what makes me different and what makes me different from other people is that I really can hear you. I do get my signals from you, and we move on from there. So even though I have at my disposal 100 different dietary ways of getting you to be your best healthy self, what I need to hear is, what does Mickey Burns really need? How does he really live? What's his day like? How long is his day? What are his breaks? How long is it between meals? What's on the horizon for him? What's gone behind him? What do we need to look out for? And what are his health concerns? So that's how I set up my program.
Right. As a health coach, what's the best part of what you do?
You know, the best part of what I do is that I love my clients, and they love me back. And I used to be a teacher for a number of years, and I loved my students, and they love me back. So it gives me what I miss about that life. It gives me that emotional element. It's very rich.
Well, I want to thank you for stopping by today. It was informative and inspiring. And of course, you're Ruth Gantman, and you are the founder of Nurtured by Nature. And if people want to find you on the web, how can they do so?
Please look for me at www.nurtured-by-nature.com, or you can Google me, Ruth Gantman, and it'll come up under Google.
Right. Well, you're a holistic health coach, and that's what your service is, and that's what Nurtured by Nature is. And we wish you best of luck with that, and continue with the great work.
Thank you so much.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you.